What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button, and if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction. I want to talk about this clip from TGIF Fox Soul, Luenell, who I absolutely love. She is funny. She is definitely, flowing under the radar, but I've always liked her comedy and her humor, and she really is straight and to the point, and I like people like that. But she recently was an co-host, we should say, on TGIF Fox Soul. And they were having a discussion about a topic as they normally do. Al Reynolds, Claudia Jordan, and Armand Wiggins. And Luenell asked Al if his ex-wife, Star Jones, who we know he was married to for, several years. Can't remember who filed for divorce, but at either rate, she asked Al if Star knew about his sexuality when they got married. Let's just go ahead and get into this.
Standing my truth, I just feel like there's so many moving factors around this.
Because listen,
have your opinion, I have mine.
No, but look, Al was married to Star.
That's true, but never told.
Talking about how gay he is on this show. Did you come out and expose yourself to Star when you first got married?
Oh my goodness! I have never been not truthful with anybody that I've been. I've talked about this on this platform before. I have always been very honest with all of my partners about my sexuality. When I date all of them, at the time that I date them, I've been very honest and open about my sexuality.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna end on that note.
First of all, Al says he's not gay. He says he's bisexual. He says that he says he's bisexual. That's what he said, right? And so for him to say he's bisexual and for Luenell to just straight up say, does Star know you were gay? I was actually surprised because normally he will take offense and he will correct if someone calls him that. So the fact that he did not respond to say, no, I'm not gay, I am bisexual, to me, kind of leads me to believe that that's the road that he's choosing to travel completely these days and not veer off and back into the other lane of the bisexual thing. Now, there's some people who feel like, bisexuality is not a real thing. You're either, you're gay or you're straight. I'm not here to argue all of that stuff, but there are a lot of people who feel like with a man, if they are with another man and you're just gay, you're not bisexual. I'm sorry, that's just not. And a lot of people will choose to not accept that. So he's usually one of those types that will, go back and forth and kind of not so much really argue, but try to really get to the point of not letting it stay in that place of him being called gay and not allowing people to say, well, no, you can't be bisexual. You just either gay or you're straight. He will usually do that because I can remember episodes when topics like this came up when Funky Dineva used to be on the show and Claudia would, ask questions or make references or say things and he would not accept it. So the one thing I did catch though, he did not say, yes, she knew. Now, he didn't respond to say, listen, I'm not gay, but he responded to say, I have never not been forthright and honest with anyone that I have been in a relationship with. And she said, so she knew that you were gay. Like, she just... And I was like, okay, Al, like, where is... Like, he likes to say, where is the outrage? Like, where was his outrage at that moment in time? Because he chose to kind of accept it to say, well, I guess, yeah, I'm gay. But people were in the comments section because I pulled the clip from the Neighborhood Talk, but I did actually see it when I was watching a replay of the show. Someone added Star Jones and said, girl, you knew? So he's the one that wanted that big fabulous wedding, huh? Oh my God. Somebody else says, you must not remember them together. Star was so in love. I really doubt she knew she was married to a gay man, but go off, sir. And listen, I do remember, I didn't watch The View like that back in the day, and I watch it all now. But I do remember when Star was on The View, and I actually believe that that was one of the things that Barbara Walters at the time kind of got tired of Star Jones with, because she was always talking about the upcoming wedding and the planning and all that. Like, she really was head over heels with this guy. So to be honest with you, I wasn't there for the conversation. But I will say, I don't really believe that it was a discussion that was even had or needed to be had, because I don't believe that she suspected anything. I really don't. And the reason I say this is because she was a woman at that time of a certain size. I believe her self-esteem was a whole lot lower. And so to have this light-skinned, curly-haired man that was dancing up on her. I remember how she said they met. She said they were at some event or whatever. They were dancing, and Alicia Keys' song, You Don't Know My Name, was on, and they were dancing. And like, I believe that she was so infatuated that she chose to look the other way. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. It could be possible that he did have a discussion with her to say, look, before we move any further, I just want to let you know that I like men and I like women. But I really don't believe that happened back in the day. I just don't. I have the right to believe what I want to believe, and I'm just saying that I just believe the discussion didn't happen because it did not need to happen, because Star was head over heels infatuated with this light-skinned, curly hair, thinner than her man that wanted to be with her in public, have a relationship, and asked her to marry him. I really do. So I believe that the conversation came up, and it came up later and led to the demise of the marriage and wound up in divorce. That's my personal opinion, but I love Luenell just being straight up. And she was like, so Star knew that she married a gay man. I was like, oh my God, Luenell. But I love her. You cannot take that away from her. She is straight and to the point. And I love that about people, especially, people like that are in that world of being a comic, but they can be serious, and they know how to be, straight and to the point. So with that being said, what do you all think? Do you do you believe him? Do you believe that Star knew that he was either gay, bisexual, he had the conversation with her? Or do you believe that she chose to, turn her head and give it the blind eye because she was just happy to be in a relationship with a light-skinned, curly-haired man that wanted to be seen with her in public at the size that she was? Guys, let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.